This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Do Go On. It's Dave here with Matt and Jess. Hello, everyone.
What the fuck? You said it's Dave here. You've never said that. You're mixing it up now. You're going to mix it up now.
This far in, Dave.
This far in, you're going to bloody change the rules. I'm outraged.
My name is Dave Warnicky, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm here with Matt and Jess. Hello.
Hey.
False start, so you really shouldn't have spoken, Jess.
I was furious, but also weirdly aroused.
Okay. That was a test, and you failed.
Which Warnicky are you? Are you the cat one or the human one?
Yeah.
That's right. We have a couple of listeners that have tweeted us a photo of their brand new cat, and they've named it Warnicky, which I love.
I don't know how you shorten Warnicky.
Warnie.
Oh,
Someone
question.
commented on it. Warner Kitty.
Oh.
Yeah, that is so great. I'm just bringing up their names now because they definitely need to be thanked by name. Of course, there's Warnicky, the cat. Hello,
Obviously.
Warnie.
It was a Cheshire cat. I would have called it Tom DeLonge.
Cheshire.
Batman B Boss on Twitter at Batman B Boss. Damn right he is.
Batman B Boss.
B being the middle initial.
Mr. Boss, thank you. From a Cheshire cat.
So, I mean, if there's other things you want to name after me, inanimate or animate objects, that would be pretty
Dave,
cool.
Don't put that out there.
Well,
somebody's
weird.
somebody's gonna name their dick Warnicky.
Well,
is that what you want?
Yes, that would be great. What would be the prob?
What would be the prob?
When I think inanimate, I think the carbon rod.
Yeah, in Rod we trust. My 25th birthday, which I think we've talked about before, was an evening of me screening my favourite episodes of The Simpsons at a local mini cinema I hired out. And
that's such a good idea.
I was there. Were you not there, Jess?
I wasn't there. I was sick. I remember. I was invited. Don't you worry. I was invited.
do you remember my...
Don't worry. I was invited. I chose not to go.
Yeah. I was like, nah.
I was the snubber, not the snubby.
Do you remember the cake that my housemate at the time, Ali, made? It was an inanimate carbon rod, like a green rectangular sponge cake, iced over with green, and it said, "In Rod we trust."
Oh, what a legend.
That's very good.
Best cake ever.
So good. Very good. Hey, speaking of very good, this podcast is very good.
It is.
And
Should we do one?
Let's get fucking stuck in, boys.
This is the new us. We're getting stuck in earlier.
And I'm changing the intro up.
Don't say we're getting stuck in. I don't know. It just sounds creepy.
Getting stuck in with my
I mean, I
Warnicky.
said it. Oh, okay, yeah. See, that's what okay. Good heavens.
All right. So the way the show works, I believe, is each of us do a topic.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
Each of us do a topic over 3 weeks.
Over 3 weeks. Let me finish. We take it in turns, right? This week is my turn. We ask a question to get on topic. This week's question is, which powerful Roman woman played a major role in the reigns of Roman emperors Tiberius, Claudius, Caligula, and Nero?
Powerful Roman woman.
I have no
Well,
idea.
we've already talked about Cleopatra.
Not Roman.
I know, but a big influence on Roman culture and history.
But not Roman.
No.
I really must point that out.
That's right. She was from the
Congratulations, you named another woman.
Ptolemaic dynasty. That's
Can you
right.
believe this guy? Can you fucking believe this guy?
Greek descent.
They're not all the same person,
Yeah.
Dave.
Not all women, Dave.
History's had multiple women.
Heaps.
Name a different one.
Jess Perkins.
She got
Marge
lucky.
Simpson?
That was lucky.
I don't know.
I don't think I had heard of this person, but my Roman knowledge isn't super good.
My knowledge in general.
There
not
are so
great.
many names in this which are going to cause me real grief.
Excellent.
Great work.
Starting with the topic this week, Agrippina the Younger.
Agrippina.
Agrippina?
Love it.
Keener for Agrippina.
Oh,
Yes.
How we
Christina Agrippina.
How we spelling Agrippina?
Agrippina. If you like Agrippina coladas.
Bam, bam.
They're
Which I
getting
do.
caught. That song's fucked.
Yeah, it's no good.
It is very bad. I think we've even talked about it here before.
I think we have.
The lyrics are bad.
Oh,
It's
the lyrics
so-
are bad too. So the
Oh.
melody.
It is a
The guy's
fun song
haircut.
to sing, but it is terrible.
Yes.
It all works out in the end, though.
This topic
Does it?
Yeah, they find each other.
I don't know that they do.
Well, aren't they trying to cheat on each other?
And they end up cheating on each other with each other. So what's the
Oh,
problem?
yeah, they're fine. That won't cause any other issues moving forward. They didn't last much longer after that, I reckon.
Nah.
Much like that guy himself.
If you like making love at midnight, I like it any time of the day, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's not lock
Why
ourselves
just
into
midnight?
this
I'm tired.
regimen, strict regimen.
Sounds like my...
Well, 11:59. Time to
I'm still-
69.
I'm warming up for 1 minute. Just give us a minute.
Sorry.
That's got very little to do with Agrippina the Younger. Which
So Agrippa is also a famous person.
Agrippa, yeah. So this is like the feminine of Agrippa.
Agrippa the Elder or something like that? Is
There's plenty of them. There's some
Are
others.
they in this story?
No.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. I've just heard of that name. Anyway, all good.
Cool.
This to-
Agrippina.
This topic was suggested by Claire Jones.
That's a good name.
Thank you, Claire Jones.
On you, Claire Jones. The Younger.
On the 6th, this is the beginning of the report, by the way. I'm not just talking about another thing. On the 6th of November, in either the year 14 or 15 AD, Agrippina the Younger was born in a place called Oppidum Uborium, which is Latin for city of the Ubi. I mean,
This is the early Uber.
yes.
So people,
Ruby.
If
Right.
there are any Roman experts or whatever, obviously don't listen to this episode.
this is a comedy podcast.
Obviously, fuck off.
Yeah, we are so
Oh no,
sorry.
sure. I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying I'm gonna make your brain hurt with some of these pronunciations, including that one.
Amazing that you get the date right, the day of the year, but not the
Yeah,
year.
isn't that's fascinating?
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah, the records were kept pretty well for the date,
Yeah, wow.
for the day. So the Ubi were a Germanic tribe who were made to settle there by the Roman general Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa.
Ah.
So he's one of them, but he basically made them cross a river to settle on the other side, which put them inside the boundaries of the Roman Empire. This location is now in current day Germany. None of that matters to the story.
Right, but they were a Germanic tribe
the
originally.
Ubi were,
Right.
but they're not at all involved in this story.
Okay.
I just felt like from the very start of this, there were just tangents everywhere, and I found it very hard to focus. But I'm going to try my best to stay on topic. Agrippina the Younger was the daughter of Germanicus and Agrippina the Elder, which makes sense.
Great.
Who were a bit of a power couple and prominent members of the Claudian dynasty. She was the sibling of Nero Caesar, Drusus Caesar, Gaius Caesar, Julia Drusilla, and Julia Livilla.
2 Julias.
Yeah.
Those
So,
parents were lazy.
well, I think they're named after either Julius Caesar. So the girls got Julia and the boys got Caesar. It's just obviously some old naming
Ah, yes, okay.
thingamajig. What do you call those things when they're like some sort of a rule?
Tradition?
A naming rule.
All right, naming. There's a better word, but we'll go with rule. Someone's yelling it at their phone.
Fuck off, Roman expert. We told you.
Get out of here.
Fuck. Anyway, she was a direct Convention. Thank you, sir. She was a direct descendant of the first Roman emperor, Augustus, who died in 14 AD, just a few years earlier, with Tiberius taking over. Tiberius being Agrippina's great uncle.
Cool.
Her parents were on the road for most of the time with their work. You know, he was a military man.
Trucky.
Yeah, trucky.
Just trucking about. Convoy. She was constantly in convoy.
Yeah.
So when she was still very young, Agrippina was sent along with most of her siblings to Rome to be raised by their grandmother Antonia. In 19 AD, her father Germanicus died while traveling through modern-day Turkey. Germanicus was a very popular military general, and his sudden death was seen to be very sus, as it was rumoured at the time that he was assassinated under orders from the emperor and Germanicus's uncle Tiberius.
They cut his brakes. Very dangerous for a truckie.
Yeah.
So it was a mysterious death. It was a short illness, mysterious death, and they're like, well, this is a bit sus, right? And the idea was that Tiberius feared Germanicus, and the fact that he'd become a threat as he was so powerful and popular with the Roman people. According to one source, Germanicus was the most attractive and popular member of the imperial family.
And was that source Germanicus himself?
That was, his dear diary, his dinky diary.
He was the most popular and the best looking.
Most attractive and most popular, yeah.
And he had the most toy cars. And
he was the quarterback.
He's a quarterback. He's dating the cheerleader.
And he could scull the beer real fast.
So far. And he could drive really fast too.
And he had a real big donger.
Yep.
Oh, guaranteed.
Big Warnicky.
Oh, his Warnicky was out of control.
Don't encourage this, Dave.
I mean, it's ironically named, let's be honest.
Oh, we know, mate.
From then on, Agrippina the Younger, I'm probably going to call her mainly Agrippina, but anyway, Agrippina the Younger was brought up by her mum, Agrippina the Elder, her grandmother Antonia, and her great-grandmother Livia. Each of these women were prominent and powerful figures within the empire, and they were each very influential on Agrippina as she grew up. Agrippina? How would you say? Agrippina?
Pina.
Kina for Pina works better. So, Tiberius was very wary of Agrippina the Elder.
It's really more like Agrippina.
I'm no doubt it's something entirely
But that
different.
sounds stupid. Say Agrippina.
Maybe Agrippina.
Agrippina. Well, that's cool.
No, Agrippina, I'm loving
Yeah, I
it.
like it.
But anyway, the Roman experts have dropped off by now, so we're in a
Definitely.
safe place.
Thank goodness.
With other idiots listening.
Great. And now we can talk about Greek history. Yeah. Because I hate that.
So Tiberius was still worried about Agrippina the Elder and her family even after her husband Germanicus died. He knew that if she married again, her new husband would be a threat to him also. So he never granted permission for Agrippina the Elder to marry, even though she did make a request. He obviously had that power to stop it. I kept doing that as I was reading it, wanting to put 19 in front of all the years. In 29 AD, Agrippina the Elder and her two eldest sons were sent into exile or prison, and they, not one or the other, some of them were one.
Right.
And they all died within the next few years, with Agrippina the Elder starving herself to death in 33 AD.
Is that because Tiberius was like, you're such a threat, get out?
Yeah, I think so. And I think she was like, she wanted to live large, and she wasn't getting to do that. So I think she was just like, I'd prefer to be dead than. Although I'm putting a lot of words in there that are not at all verified. A few years earlier, in 28 AD, after turning 13, Tiberius arranged Agrippina the Younger to be married to a guy called Gnaeus Domitius Ahenbarbus, who was her first cousin once removed. There is debate about his age, but it sounds like he was either born in 2 BC or possibly 20 BC, which is an interesting thing, but that's quite a big difference.
That's a big gap, yeah.
But that means...
So he either exists or doesn't yet at this point.
This is BC, not AD, sorry.
Oh, right.
That means that when she was 13, she married him when he was probably 30, but possibly 48. Apparently, it was relatively normal for girls to be married at the age of 13 back then.
Was it relatively normal for men to have two ages?
If I was married to someone that I had a crush on when I was 13, like if I was still married to them, oh boy.
Heath Ledger.
Oh, actually, genuinely. Orlando Bloom.
Oh.
Yeah, Heath Ledger and Orlando Bloom were big for me in year 7. Yeah.
You would have loved Ned Kelly.
I did. I fucking did.
And Powderfinger were in it as well, one of your favourite bands.
They were. Bernard Fanning was. Was it all Powderfinger?
3 of them, I think.
Right, okay. Yep. Anyway, sorry. Just interesting, isn't it? You know, how we change in time, how we grow.
Yep.
It's just interesting.
That's fascinating.
That's all I meant. It's just interesting.
If I'd married someone I was in love with at 13, it probably would have been some sort of skateboarder.
Really?
I was just really into skateboarding for about a year.
Okay.
Terrible at it.
Yeah, no, we know that just by knowing you.
Yeah, I mean, I think my parents did too. They put off buying me one for a long time.
And did they eventually?
Yeah, after I did a lot of housework.
and then you were shit at it.
Oh. So bad. Mainly because to be a good skateboarder, you have to be prepared to get seriously injured.
Yes.
And I was not prepared.
Interesting.
I think you've also just got to do it a lot.
Yeah.
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 Like a lot of things, you can't be like, suck at this. Put in the bin.
Yeah.
Matt, who would you be married to if you'd married somebody at 13? I know that was probably around this time.
Well, I'm trying to think back in black and white days.
Yeah.
It was an interesting time growing up before colour.
I bet.
Still seeing you wearing that red top now. I was like, wah.
Yeah, right?
Maybe Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, great one. Yes, absolutely.
But I don't know.
She's a bit kooky now.
Is she?
But in Clueless, fantastic.
Yeah, in Clueless, she was clueless.
Yeah.
But
in
now
so many
cookie.
ways, she was very cluey. In the end.
In her own way.
In her own way.
You know?
Thank you.
We're all different.
Oh, I've gone way back there. Well, let's find our spot here again.
Do you want me to do some thinking music?
Yeah, could you do...
He's gone a long way back.
Apparently, thank
go.
you. Apparently, this guy, let's call him, because he had that long name, let's call him by his middle name, Domitius. Apparently, he wasn't a great guy. Domi. According to Roman author and historian Suetonius, Domi was a man who was in every aspect of his life detestable.
Oh, no.
But there is a chance Suetonius was biased against Domi, as Suetonius was from the equestrian order, and apparently at the Roman Forum one time, Domitius pulled out the eye of an equestrian because they criticised him.
Okay.
Wow, and that's not really biased. That just makes that guy's definitely an ass.
Yeah. An ass.
Oh, he's an ass.
Oh, he's an ass.
He's nasty. He pulled out someone's eye. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah,
No.
I know. I like how that goes. Well, he's just biased against him because he was a fuckhead.
He's biased against him because he saw him do something really brutal and unnecessary. So...
On the 16th of March, 37 AD, Emperor Tiberius died. And though he was an old man, most reports suggest that Agrippina's brother and Tiberius's heir, Gaius Caesar, had something to do with the death, either not allowing the sick emperor food or even suffocating him by some reports. Either way...
either too much food or not enough food. Get these potato chips down his throat. No.
What a way to go.
Oh, wow.
Chippies. Nom, 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 nom.
Either way, this meant Gaius Caesar became the new emperor.
Is that Tiberius' son?
No, that's his
confusing.
nephew, I think. Wait,
Right. Okay, but a relation.
It's Agrippa the Younger's brother.
Yeah.
Agrippina the Younger's brother.
It's her brother.
Gotcha.
But you might know him better by his nickname, which is better known by now, Caligula. Or he was quite well known as by then.
Caligula. It sounds like something glue does in heat, you know?
Yeah.
It caligulates.
Do you guys know what Caligula means?
I don't know.
I just told you.
He's pretty... He's the one that's into, like, fucked up stuff, right?
They seem to all be a little bit.
It's what glue does. Hello? Is this thing on?
So apparently when he was younger, he used to accompany his dad Germanicus on military campaigns, dressed in a like mini soldier outfit.
Oh, so cute.
So Caligula meant little soldier boot.
Oh.
Because he'd be wearing like a mini soldier boot, which was a something like Caliga or something is the...
Right.
Should have written that down.
Adorable.
Tiberius left his powers jointly to Caligula and Tiberius Gemellus in his will, but Caligula voided Tiberius's will and had Gemellus executed so that he would become the new emperor alone.
Oh, imagine that. You think you're about to be co-emperor, and now you're like, oh no, I'm having my head chopped off. This isn't a good day.
What a come down.
When you co-anything, I mean, you're not real. There's always a leader, isn't there? You know?
Yeah, co-director.
Technically the three of us are co-directors, but I know I'm the third one.
I thought you were going to put yourself forward there.
God, no.
Wait, co-hosts?
We co-host, sure.
Yeah, Dave.
direct.
Is Dave our leader?
Fuck yeah. No, I reckon you two do most of the work.
We'll have to fight each other to the death,
and I'm just kind of coast along.
and thus ruining the podcast.
No, you're replaceable.
Hey, we all play our role, like any good team. Caligula looked
Yeah,
after.
you're the one getting your head chopped off with that attitude. Go on, mate. There's no eye.
Dave and I will be co-emperors.
Yes.
Empress? Would I be an empress?
No, you lost your head as well, mate.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You should
are-
try to look the other way.
I
You
am
are
ruthless.
ruthless.
Absolutely.
That is unbelievable, but also very believable.
Thank you.
Caligula looked after Agrippina and his other sisters, Julia, Drusilla, and Julia Livilla, in the early years of his reign, giving them the treatment normally reserved for Vestal virgins. This is something I just looked up not long before we started recording. You guys familiar with Vestal virgins?
I'm familiar with half of those words.
Vestal.
Correct.
What the fuck is a
What
virgin?
the fuck's a virgin?
Well, I've looked it up. According to Britannica, Vestal virgins in Roman religion are 6 priestesses representing the daughters of the royal house who tended the state cult of Vesta, the goddess of the hearth. Chosen between the ages of 6 and 10 by the Pontifex Maximus, which is the chief priest, Vestal virgins served for 30 years, during which time they had to remain virgins. Makes
But
sense
after
with
that-
some in it. Afterwards, they could marry, but few did.
Because they'd be 40 by then. Because they were chosen between the ages
Yeah.
of 6 and 10. So they'd be 36 to 40 by the time they get up. Not that that's a bad thing.
No, but
Not
in-
that I think 40-year-olds can't have sex. I'm just saying back in the day,
Yeah, that is quite old.
you're not getting married at that time as a woman.
Yeah, I guess I imagine that maybe that's something. Those
interesting.
chosen as Vestal virgins had to be of the required age, obviously, be freeborn of freeborn. So it couldn't be free, because there was like freeborn versus slaves who were freed.
Oh,
So
I
your
see.
parents had to be freeborn and you had to be freeborn.
Right.
Which is a weird line to draw. And your parents had to be respectable. Both parents had to be alive. And
Oh,
you had to be
wow.
free from physical and mental defects. This is all according to Britannica. Their duties included tending the perpetual fire in the temple of Vesta, keeping their vow of chastity, fetching water from a sacred spring, preparing ritual food, caring for objects in the temple's inner sanctuary, and officiating at the Vestalia, the period of public worship of Vesta. Failure to attend their duties was punished by a beating, violation of the vow of chastity by burial alive, as the blood of a Vestal virgin could not be spilled.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, so that's Vestal virgins.
Right, and
But
these
they're older
people,
than that
these
now.
people are lucky enough to be treated like Vestal.
They're
Lucky.
getting all the good stuff without having any to do any of those things necessarily.
Do they have to be
Excellent.
virgins though?
No.
well, she's.
So if they're not cleaning because they're like royal, and they're not.
So they're
not
getting the
virgins, what
good
are they
things.
doing?
So they're getting stuff like apparently they got sweet tickets to the footy or whatever, to the big public events. They got to sit up in the grandstand, which normally would be something that the Vestal virgins could do. So they got the perks without any of the hassles.
Nice.
I'm the perks. You're the
Yeah.
hassles.
All right.
Caligula also issued new coins depicting his sisters on one side and himself on the other. And apparently they were the first Roman coins of this kind issued.
How do you play heads or tails?
3 heads or 1 head?
So it's heads or head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very confusing. Put your hand on your head or head.
2 hands for heads,
Oh,
1
yeah.
hand for head. Fuck, I'm smart.
I reckon they had this exact discussion in the forum.
Yeah. Took them 3 days though. We're quick.
He also included them in loyalty oaths that had to be taken by members of the empire, where they had to say something like, "I will not value my life or that of my children less highly than I do the safety of the emperor and his sisters."
Wow.
So
He's a good brother. He's very loyal, isn't he? Looking after his sisters. Well, not for long, I think.
In the early years of Caligula's rule, Agrippina was pregnant, and on the 15th of December 37 AD, she gave birth to her only child, who she and Domitius named Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus. Ahenobarbus. after Domitius's father.
Who was
nice.
called...
Greg.
Yeah. My new favorite name is, which I can't wait to name a character this, Gary Gregson. It's going to be big. Some big character in a big movie one day.
Oh, yeah.
Gary Gregson. All the kids are going to be like, I'm Gary, like the new
Yeah, they
James
wanna
Bond or
play
something.
Gary
We're all
Gregson.
Gary Gregson. No, I want to be Gary Gregson.
Yeah. Great.
It's going to be big, man.
Yeah, good stuff.
Soon after the birth, Suetonius quotes Domitius as saying, I don't think anything produced by me and Agrippina could possibly be good for the state or the people.
So that of his own child.
Yes.
Fantastic. Very good. Parenting 101. Destroy their confidence early.
Yeah.
I mean, he's given himself shit, he's given his wife shit,
Yeah.
and he's giving his son shit.
Yeah, he's shitting on the whole fam.
Of Caligula's 3 sisters, Caligula was most fond of Drusilla. So when on June the 10th, 38 AD, Drusilla died, Caligula was distraught. The death is said to have affected him greatly, and his relationship with the remaining sisters soured. He no longer showed them love or respect, and is said to have pretty much lost the plot in general.
Oh,
from
wow.
them. There were rumors at the time, and nearly everything in this is debated still. All these little bits and pieces are still debated, but some said he was quite incestuous with his sisters.
But no more.
In particular with Drusilla, even though Drusilla was, well, you know, they were both married, but not everyone agrees with that necessarily. Due to this, in 39 AD, Agrippina, her surviving sister Livilla, and Drusilla's widower Marcus Aemilius Lepidus came up with
Lepidus. That one.
Yeah, Lepidus. That's good. Came up with a plot to murder Caligula.
Oh, okay.
The plot has become known as the plot of the 3 daggers, and the goal was to make Lepidus the emperor.
Right.
The plot failed, and Caligula had Lepidus executed while Agrippina and her sister were sent into exile in the Pontine Islands. Pontine Islands.
They sound nice.
Beautiful.
Anything islands. sounds good,
Mediterranean
doesn't it?
islands. Lovely.
I was thinking,
Love it. Greek islands. Beautiful.
yeah, what's not
Phillip Island. Gorgeous. Love it.
a great place?
Great place, great guy. He also sold off all of their belongings, leaving Agrippina and Domitius's son without an inheritance. Domitius died the following year, and their son Lucius went to live with his aunt Domitia Lepida the Younger. What was it? What was Lepida?
What was Lepidus?
Oh, Lepidus. So this would be Lepida.
Yeah.
Lepida, boys. Lepida.
And he's gone to live with the aunt.
Yes. By 40 AD, are you following any of this? I mean, this is a lot of stuff going on.
It's a lot of names and it's
There's a lot of names.
It's very interesting.
Basically, to recap, in charge on the throne right now is Caligula.
Yes.
They tried to get rid of him, but he busted the plot, so he got rid of the guy in charge of that plot and exiled his 2 sisters. The 3rd sister's already dead.
To a beautiful island.
yeah, I'd take that exile.
But he took all their stuff. So she's gone from top of the pops, living like you know,
The sister of an emperor.
Yeah, living like a Vestal virgin,
Yep.
which we all know is beautiful. Great thing to be.
By 40 AD, there was growing unease about Caligula's ruling style, and some of the decisions he was making were causing unease within the Senate and the ruling class. The final straw was that he told the Senate he was going to move to Alexandria in Egypt, leaving Rome permanently. Apparently, he thought he'd go there and just be worshipped as a living god.
Sure.
I mean, I'd go there right now if I thought that would happen.
The Senate didn't like this idea, though, as it would mean they would lose their ruler wouldn't be anywhere near them, so not at all under their control, and sort of it would really kind of mess up the whole system a bit.
Yeah.
It's like our Prime Minister going, I'm going to do this, but from Russia now. I'm
Yeah.
still the boss, though.
And there's no easy way to very quickly communicate.
Yeah.
I mean, they had their ways, like they were obviously very civilized.
Pigeons.
Pigeons, they had pigeons.
Email.
They had email, obviously.
Instant messenger.
They had it all. Satellite phones.
Satellite phones. They just text a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you reckon we should do about this? And he'll just text back. And be like, sorry, I just got to ask the Emperor. I'll be with you in just one moment. And because he's really quick. Like, he's on his phone all the time. So
Let me put you on speaker.
What I was meaning was they didn't have video calls yet.
it wasn't
They couldn't see what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could hear. They got audio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He could send gifs, so they could sort of see.
But he could like pretend to be in the office, but really he's on the beach.
Yeah. They
Every
were
time he's
already
not-
very good at Photoshop.
And when he's not talking, he just puts it on mute, so you
Yeah.
can't hear the seagulls.
Or he'd just go, sorry, I'm just going cut it. But really,
And they're like,
Because he
mate,
was sculling milk.
yeah, he was sculling. But he'd say he was going through a tunnel because he just couldn't be bothered talking.
but really it was
they
milk.
couldn't see him to know that he wasn't in a tunnel at all.
Yeah.
He was sculling milk.
Yeah, you really got away from him. But anyway, that alternative reality never came to be because a plot to knock Caligula off was put together with three key conspirators.
Daggers.
Cassius
Clay.
Chaerea,
Ah.
Marcus Vinicius, and Lucius Annius Vinicianus.
Annius Vinicianus.
Annius
Oh, Jesus, that poor
Lucius
guy.
Annius Vinicianus.
Oh, he got bullied.
Yeah, he would definitely be the type just call me Lucius. Just call me Lucius. It's fine. No, I need the rest for a form, sir. You're at the airport.
Doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it. I'm like Cher. I'm just Lucius.
I'm just like Cher. I'm a pop icon. And I only have one name.
I don't give a fuck.
Reports of the murder vary, but it is agreed that it happened. And
Can confirm.
it seems that Chaerea was first to stab Caligula before others jumped in, and it ended up with it being about 30 stabs.
Ooh,
From the three of them.
Yeah. It was a bit
Wow.
of a pile up, stab up. So he dared. Following the attacks, Caligula's wife, Melonia Caesonia, and their daughter, Julia Drusilla,
Are you
were
making these up?
also brutally murdered.
Wow, they were stabbed as well.
Yes.
Wow.
The
Not
young,
Melonia.
apparently the young, yeah, like it sounds like it was fucked. Anyway, Agrippina's uncle Claudius became the new Roman emperor.
And did he have anything to do with those three guys? Or do they just not like Caligula, so they were like, anyone else is cool?
Yeah, Claudius, I think he was, I imagine to do that, they must have known he was the next in line. There's a little gap in my knowledge there, Dave, that you
Oh,
found.
no, that's fine. But I just wanted to know if he wasn't one of the three, though, that was stabbing.
No, he wasn't one of the stabbers.
Cool.
But it must, like, I don't think something like that happens without them wanting him to be the next one.
Without them thinking
Or
about it. They're
them-
like, oh, no, that guy I hate even more is in charge now.
It would be a huge,
Yeah.
a huge blue.
Oh, dear.
Claudius, have you heard of Claudius? Because some of that, like I knew Caligula, I knew quite well from the Queens of the Stone Age song Caligula.
Also, the Smith song, when he says Caligula would have blushed.
Right.
right.
Yeah, bit of Morrissey, bit of Moz.
I've got nothing. I got nothing.
You got no reference?
I thought Caligula was something glue related, as I mentioned earlier.
Was it Queens of the Stone Age? Or it might have been them Crooked Vultures. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This thing is important to get right.
This is the fact that is most important.
So Claudius ended the exile of Agrippina and her sister Livilla, allowing Agrippina to be reunited with her son Lucius. This bit is going to sound slightly confusing, I think, but hopefully it makes sense.
So they
I
were
mean,
like-
it's all been
I'm
a bit
already
confusing.
really
yeah.
lost.
So, Agrippina could come home now.
Yes, she
Because
was back from her
she's back
holiday.
on good terms with Claudius.
Yes, that's
Or-
right.
Well, the ruler.
He had no beef,
Okay.
so he was happy for her to come
Only
back.
chicken for him.
And so he was her uncle,
Right, okay.
as opposed to her brother.
Sure.
Anyway, so Lucius's aunt Demetia Lepida the elder was divorced by her husband Gaius Celestius Crispus Pescennius, so that Crispus could marry Agrippina.
So,
Okay, just go through the relationships there. Who's who?
So there was a current marriage between
Just one name each.
okay. Demetia was divorced by Crispus, so that Crispus could marry our topic of the day, Agrippina.
Nice. And who is Crispus?
Crispus was a man in so many ways.
Okay.
I'm back on track.
Yeah, no, I'm up to date. I get the whole thing now.
So Crispin Glover is now married
Crispin
to
Glover.
Agrippina.
I was either picturing Crispin Glover or Crispy M&Ms.
Right.
Let's
Crispy
go
M&M
crispy
Glover.
M&Ms. Yeah.
Just imagine Crispin Glover,
As an M&M.
but he's got the skin of an M&M.
Oh, he's so
Just below
shiny.
the surface, a little bit of chocolate, and then below that, sort of like this
Crisp.
crispy thing.
Oh, I love them.
A bit like
I used to do mint crisp M&Ms. Holy shit. So
It's
good.
party time.
Oh, yeah.
the Terminator's human tissue over over machine.
Yeah.
This is crispy over
Crisp and Glover.
chocolate over human
Yeah.
anatomy.
Oh,
Is that what we're all imagining the same person?
no.
Yes. No. That'd be weird if I was.
But you said it was somebody's aunt.
Yes.
Whose aunt?
Whose aunt?
Ow.
Who? Crispus wasn't anyone's aunt.
No.
Lucius's aunt.
So as in Agrippina's son.
Yes.
So is it her sister?
No. Other side.
Okay, got it. Thank you. So she's Dommy's sister. Or is Crispin Dommy's?
No.
So where's the aunt come from?
Because Lucius has two parents. We're talking about Germanicus. Remember
Right.
from earlier?
Yes.
I know you're trying to make this sound more simple, but I feel like you've confused me.
It's a different Lucius.
No, Lucius is the same, but so Lucius got two parents. One of them is Agrippina. The other one
Yeah.
is, what's his name?
Dommy.
Dommy. Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's right.
Okay. Just go on. That should have been the name of the show.
Just go on. So Crispus married Agrippina.
Okay.
When they married, Crispus became Lucius's stepdad. Apparently, Crispus was super rich, very powerful, and very successful. Agrippina convinced him to name her as his heir, and soon after, in 47 AD, Crispus died.
Oh,
It is thought that Agrippina poisoned him
sure.
to gain his wealth, which she did. She got his wealth.
Bit of rat sack in the stew.
And
Welcome home, honey. Here's dinner.
Oh, this tastes a bit like rat sack.
Eat up.
Thanks.
There.
I think once you've tasted it, it's too late.
Yeah.
Oh.
And why do you know what rat sack tastes like?
Um,
You've been licking rat sacks?
just for this exact purpose.
Yeah.
Just so I know what poison tastes like. I once poisoned myself, but I nearly died.
That is something. I think it's almost like you're giving yourself
Immunity.
by having a tiny bit.
I
so your body
believe
can-
that
What
they
type
used to
of-
think that kind of thing.
What type of
Right.
immunity, though, would he be going for?
in terms of like, give me the options.
Maybe it could be diplomatic immunity.
Okay, great.
That's the only type of immunity we want to hear about.
That's the one I would have gone for.
You know, I do believe they actually used to believe that you could have a little bit of lots and lots of different poisons and then you'd be immune to them.
Right.
Which I believe is not true.
Right. Feels like you just
I think often people would accidentally poison themselves.
yeah. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Well, no, I mean, now they are immune. They can't die from any other poison because they're already dead.
True.
So it worked.
In a way, death is the ultimate immunity.
Yes.
Can't-
Diplomatic or other.
Can't hurt me now. I'm dead. Unless ghosts can feel pain.
That's on Jess's grave. Can't hurt me now, I'm dead. ... Unless ghosts can heal pain.
Oh, that's great.
A
Do
photo of
that.
you going, oh no, panicking. Shouldn't have had this rat sack.
It's 3 photos. It's one on the left looking real smug. In the middle is panic or like realization. And then the third one is just absolute mayhem.
Trying to spew out the sack.
Just put fingers in my throat.
Oh no, I'm poisoning myself again on the way out. Is that how it works?
Can't hurt me now.
Yeah, no,
All
actually,
the poison is absorbed in your tongue.
Well, I was reading this out of nail polish remover last night that my girlfriend was using because it said poison down the side in big letters, and I was like, "Are you all right to be using this?" She's like, "Yeah, just don't drink it." And then I looked on the side, it said, "If swallowed, do not induce vomiting." Like that would make it worse.
Yeah.
Wonder
I
what
don't know,
that
so
is.
maybe it does come back up, gets into your esophagus, your
Well,
mouth.
the other option is you pee it out, and I don't want to be poisoned there either.
Yeah.
No, you already are, am I right?
Oh! Nah, get checked.
Yeah.
That goes for everyone. Get checked.
Everyone get checked.
Can't hurt.
It's can't hurt. It's quick. It's
And
done.
if it does hurt, then you really should bloody
Yeah.
get checked.
That's the real warning sign.
It burns.
And if it does hurt, do not induce vomiting. No. It won't help.
Go on.
Emperor Claudius married. I haven't stopped introducing. Like, so many of these names come in and out very quickly. But I mean, it's just,
There's so much.
it's a lot going on
Yeah.
here. And just,
Claudius, that's the character in I, Claudius. Is that right?
I imagine.
Thinking of I Legend.
The Robert Hargraves book, I think it's about Roman history.
Yeah. Well,
from,
if the title is I, Claudius, then I reckon Claudius
from
is
the, I think it's like a
character.
diary written from his perspective.
Dear Diary.
A diary written from his perspective.
Yes, yeah. As in his diary. I probably could have said that. Anyway, do go on.
So Emperor Claudius married Valeria Messalina in the early years of his reign, and although she was a cousin of Agrippina, she would become a great rival of hers also. But it sounds like Agrippina, she had plenty of rivals. Something about her that, like, it's interesting how different people interpreted Agrippina's life in different ways. Something like she was just such a strong woman that was usually at that point, like, women were second-class citizens in a lot of ways, and she had none of that. She was like, she was just as influential as
She was travelling first class, glamorous, glamorous. Fergie, never thought we'd have that on the pod, did you?
G-L-A-M.
Glam. So she's a badass, but she's also got lots of enemies. She sounds like you'd have a lot of respect for her, but she'd be very hard to get on with.
I feel like, yeah, she feels like she's choosing, like, the enemies. It feels like she's on the front foot a lot as well. It's not like people are going, I'm got a disliking of you. But she also grew up in such a tough time. Like, her dad was poisoned for political reasons when she was a toddler, and it just never stopped. So this was just her life was kick or be kicked. What's the actual saying?
Kill or be killed?
Sure. There's another one, right?
I thought it was kick or be kicked.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty good. You got to kick, or I'm going to kick you.
What? Up to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think about this.
I think I'd.
Ow!
Yeah, I'd kick,
Yeah.
I reckon. I hate being kicked. I hate being touched in general. Leave me alone.
Fuck or be fucked.
No, that's not it either.
Then maybe there's not a saying.
I think
that's
it's
like
kill
that.
or be killed.
Kill or be killed. Kill or be killed. That's fun. Kill or be killed. Kill or be killed. Kill or be
A
killed.
stand-up comedian called Killerby. And he killed at that gig last night. Good job, Killerby. Oh, okay. I joined in. It's no good. All right, I'll sit here
I
quietly
never
then.
said anything.
No, your face said it all.
Silence
Don't
the silence
take
was
my
deafening.
face out on me, Jess. Please. That is not my fault.
It's 100% your fault.
My face is my fault?
Yes. That is the biggest thing
How
letting you
dare
down.
you? This has nothing to do with me. The true me is on the inside.
It's all mush.
My friend,
Yes.
my friend Killerby murdered a man last night. Anyway, do go on.
Fucking hell.
At a big public event that Empress Messalina attended with her son Britannicus, which is a sick name.
That's the best name so far, for sure. Encyclopedia Britannicus.
So she was there. Messalina, the empress,
That's
married
pretty
to
good.
the emperor, was there with her son Britannicus, right? The same event, Agrippina was there with her son Lucius.
Oh, rivalry.
But Agrippina and Lucius received a much more generous reception from the audience than the Empress Messalina and Britannicus. And many people, because Agrippina seemingly was going through a lot of tough times. Sounds like, her husbands were dying. Some say that because she killed him.
Sure.
Right. But she's the people's champ.
But the people are loving her. She was also the daughter of such a popular couple as well, and Germanicus and Agrippina the Elder. So no doubt this would have really ground Messalina's gears, so to speak. Messalina saw Lucius as a threat to her son Britannicus's position in the empire as a future emperor. Like, obviously he was seen to be,
Yep.
on his way to the top. But she saw Lucius as a bit of a threat. Due to this, she organized assassins to kill him in his sleep.
He's a kid. Is he a kid at this stage, or is he a big boy?
Yeah, he's a kid. I mean, it's funny because some people here do actually live till what we would still say today is oldish, like
Sure.
70s or whatever. But a lot of these people die in their 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
So I imagine, I'm pretty sure he's still quite young.
Probably why they get married at 13. Get busy living. You know what I
That's
mean?
the saying.
Get busy,
Get busy,
yeah.
get
Is
busy
that-
living or kill.
Yeah. Or kill or be killed.
That's
Kill or be killed. Kill or be killed.
So a
Okay.
team of
That
assassins.
comedy, that's good.
Oh, get fucked.
I get it now.
So a team of assassins take out this possibly young child.
That was the plan, but luckily for Lucius, the would-be killers were scared off by a snake that was next to his bed.
Just imagine him waking up being like, "Thank God! Oh, snake! Oh, fuck!"
It turned out it was actually just a snake skin. So he was very lucky that they didn't have a bloody good look, to be honest, I don't think.
I didn't prod the snake, so to speak.
Is
I
that a thing?
I didn't. All right, I'll just be quiet for a bit.
What has happened to your self-confidence tonight?
It's at an all-time low.
Is it something I said?
Yeah.
Is it something my face did? Because I will fucking punch it.
Go on, punch your face.
All right, I'll do it. Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't. If my face is giving you grief,
Yeah.
then I will give it one.
Go on.
All right, look, you just say the word,
I have.
and I will punch myself
All right,
in the
Punch
face.
yourself in the face. That
It'll
would make
count
me feel
down.
a
I
lot better.
don't like. I'm not going to do it because I'm not into gratuitous violence. Only if you definitely think I should.
I definitely think you should.
I'm giving you an out here. I don't want you.
I absolutely want you to-
say anything you regret.
No, I absolutely want you to
Punch
punch
or be
yourself in the
punched.
face. Yeah, punch or be punched.
Oh, so I punch my face, or
We punch you in the
punch
nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, at the same time,
Well, this
together.
is-
One nut each.
Yeah. Shotgun left.
yeah, that's good. I'm going with the right. That makes more sense.
Okay. You give yourself a little punch. Oh,
I
God.
mean, that's your left arm. Oh, he did it. Does the beard pad you at all?
I did. Luckily, I'm not
But
a
you
very
still-
good punch.
You still felt quite a bit of pain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm feeling a lot more self-confident now.
Oh, thank God.
Thanks, Matt.
In 48 AD, anything for you, Bob. In 48 AD, Messalina was found guilty of conspiring to overthrow her husband Claudius and was executed.
Oh, dear.
So it just feels like a time where everyone was nervous about everyone else.
Who can you trust?
It does feel a bit like
Who
that.
can you trust?
Every partner's knocking each other off. Plus, you got brothers and sisters. You got your own kids.
Like, these are the people you should be able to trust.
It feels like at this time, more than any other time in history, it was kill or be killed.
Kill or be killed.
That's right.
Then again, they say, like, you're more likely to be murdered by someone close to you, Because I was about to say, if something happened to me, I wouldn't think my brother had done it.
That's what he'd want you to think.
Exactly. Or a close friend, or a partner,
I think that's what
business or other.
That's what he'd want you to think because he wouldn't. That's because it's true.
Yeah, and he would.
That's
want
why
me
he
to know
would
the
want.
truth.
He wouldn't want you to.
It'd be
Why would
weird
he
if
want you to? Yeah.
It'd be weird if he was like, no, I didn't do it, but I wanted you to think I did.
Yeah, that would be strange.
It's Jess's last wish.
Yeah, she wants to think I killed her.
She wants me to go to jail for a crime I did not commit.
Yeah, that is what I'd want.
It is also like what a wild time. The Queen is being killed
Yeah.
because it looked like she was conspiring to kill the king. Basically, I'm putting just in case people don't know terms like emperor and empress. I'm putting in the terms that we can understand here
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Thank you.
But in terms of if you're relating them to a type of penguin, what kind of penguin would he be?
Like a fairy penguin.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that one with the funny face.
Right.
Greg.
The Greg
the
penguin.
The Greg penguin. It's such a funny little face, Greg the penguin. So Messalina is dead. Claudius is single.
And ready to fuck.
Oh, that's definitely the phrase.
And now Agrippina became post Messalina's death became very close to Emperor Claudius,
But she's still married, right?
and he is also her uncle.
Claudius.
Yes.
Oh. So they became close as like a niece and an uncle, or
Yeah, initially.
like a Greg and another Greg?
I think I'm
Two types
pretty.
of
Actually, I think Agrippina isn't married to this, but I think she killed
She killed her second husband.
us. Yeah. So she's single as well.
And also ready to.
So there's nothing.
Fuck.
And they've got a
weird
lot in
going on.
common. I also killed my partner.
Oh, he didn't kill his partner. She tried to kill him, and then he killed her. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah.
sorry, yep.
I mean, a lot of these times, I imagine that you want to get rid of them, so you say, "Oh, she's trying to take over. Get rid of her."
Yep.
So, or maybe he's just crazy and thinks, because you would be at this time. You'd be thinking everyone is out to get you.
Yeah.
Because everyone is.
Yeah.
It really feels like that. It's just like, what an uncomfortable time. A lot of it is people in their sleep as well. So you just,
Ugh, imagine their self-confidence. Phew.
yeah, like these are like that have guards and stuff. Or even, but if you're awake, it's like someone goes, "Oh, you were conspiring to kill me, so you're getting executed." Like, I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I was asleep.
Yeah.
Well, we tried to kill you when you were sleeping.
Despite uncles marrying nieces being frowned upon at the time, Claudius and Agrippina decided to get married on New Year's Day in 49 AD. Leading up to their wedding, Agrippina, so he had to change the laws. People didn't like it. People were like, this is no good.
Right.
It's not.
They changed the laws in it, and the wheels were in motion. Leading up to the wedding, Agrippina's cousin, Lucius Junius Silanus, Torquatus, Lucius Junius Silanus Torquatus was to marry Claudius's daughter, Claudia Octavia.
Oh, my God.
Agrippina didn't want this to happen, though, as she wanted Octavia to marry her son Lucius instead.
Right.
So Agrippina, along with the consul Lucius Vitellius the Elder,
Fuck me, nah. I'm
made
lost.
the unfounded and, you could argue, hypocritical accusation that Silanus was in an incestuous relationship with his sister, Junia Calvina. This wasn't true, but also, what a wild accusation to throw out when you're planning to marry your uncle, like at the moment in the middle of...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The emperor's changed the rules to make it so he can marry his niece.
The accusations did the job, as Emperor Claudius put a stop to the marriage. It was his daughter as well, so he's put a stop to the marriage of his daughter because the guy she was going to marry was supposedly in an incestuous relationship. And he made Silanus resign from public office. So this fucked Silanus up. Silanus. He was devastated by this and committed suicide on Agrippina and Claudius's wedding day on New Year's Day. So it was just like, and this was just for a political maneuvering.
Holy shit.
Just doesn't, yeah. It is thought that the marriage was strategic for Agrippina, helping get Agrippina's son one step closer to becoming a future Roman emperor himself. It also meant that Agrippina was now the Roman empress and the most powerful woman in the empire.
Whoa. This is insane.
Yeah, it's
Incredibly confusing,
yeah.
but insane.
Just so much is going on. Imagine the papers back then.
Oh, God, to be a journalist back then.
Ugh,
Oh, my.
so many scoops.
So many hot takes.
Yes.
Imagine the BuzzFeed articles.
I would not be making any hot takes back then. I would be putting my head down.
That's where you and I differ.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'd be going them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big time.
It's important that the people know.
David'd be like a Denton. He'd get all the really in-depth interviews with them.
I'd be going, I'm the pro golfer or something. I'd have some sort of, no, you would even keep your head lower than that.
Yes, I'd be nothing.
Yeah, you don't even want to be a teacher or anything. You just want to
Nah.
be someone who's, I mean, being a soldier might be like
Maybe.
somehow being a soldier feels like it's a less dangerous job than being anywhere working around the palace, being an advisor or anything like that. They're dropping off all the
You're
time.
less likely to die.
It's amazing.
I
Wow.
became a soldier for safety.
To protect myself.
The marriage also made her the stepmother of Claudius's children, and which he had a few from previous marriages to Alia Paetina and her old nemesis Valeria Messalina.
So she's now her nemesis's
Kids' mum. So Britannicus.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's Britannicus's stepmom now.
Oh.
Is she like older than them at all?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, other than the kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
She's a bit okay. It's not like Dad's got a new wife that's younger than you
Yeah.
are.
No, yeah.
Ugh.
I think it's more age appropriate now. Although I'd have to double check that.
Imagine if you had to teach your stepmom how to drive. Had to
Come
give her
on.
lifts everywhere because she's like still on her L's. That'd be fucked. No, there's a sitcom in that though. Nope, no, there isn't.
Let's just I'm just having a quick look here. So, Claudius was born. Oh yeah, no, there was a bit of an age difference. Claudius. Oh, of course, it was his. Yeah, sorry, I forgot it was her uncle. So he was born in 10 BC. So it's quite a big age difference.
So is Britannicus then also her cousin?
I think. Well, yeah. So Britannicus is now her stepson
And her cousin.
and her cousin. Yeah,
And her pet dog.
That's
And her butler.
Ding, 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 ding.
Britannicus!
My ice is melting. Miss Fine.
To protect her position, Agrippina removed anyone from the imperial court who she thought was a potential threat to her and her son. Which makes sense. If people are like her and everyone else, then that would make sense. You would want to get away anyone who might be coming for you. So she booted out people like Messalina's mum, Demetia Lepida the Younger, and a bunch of others who she saw as being loyal to Messalina. In 50 AD, Agrippina was granted the title of Augusta, which was a great honour. She was only the second living Roman woman to receive this title. That same year, the place she was born was renamed Colonia Claudia Ara Agrippinensis. So it was named after her.
Such catchy names.
Yeah.
I've actually been in this city. It is now known as Cologne in Germany.
Oh, cool.
So it's
Imagine if they were naming a place after you. Like, welcome to Jess. That's no good.
or Gary.
Gary's good.
Gary is definitely a man called Gary demanding to have something named after him.
Yeah.
That's not an honour. That's him.
Yeah.
He's breaking balls.
Yeah, he's breaking wills. People are like, fine.
That is amazing. I've never looked up who Gary was. That's what I'll be doing that later.
Welcome to Matt.
Please be a good guy.
Oh, you're
Very
hero.
rarely are things named after good people. History doesn't go, you were real nice to everyone. I'm going to give you this honour.
Yeah, true.
So it's now Cologne.
Where are you from? I'm from Dave.
Oh, me too.
Have you guys been to Cologne?
No, just Berlin.
I only spent a day there, but had a great time. Funnily enough, in an Irish pub.
So cultured.
So unlike
Were you
you.
watching American sports in an Irish pub in Germany?
No, I was watching. It was Champions League soccer. And I almost missed my overnight train to Munich because this Irish guy was just buying me Guinness after Guinness. I'm like, all right, one more, and I literally, with my backpack on, I ran, and my friends were holding the door open for me to get on the overnight train, which cost €100 or something. It was really dumb.
That is dumb.
Did you get on and just vomit black stuff everywhere? And all the other passengers are like, oh, thank God he made it. Yeah. Thanks for holding the door for this fuckwit.
Can you do that again?
And it's just black, and they just think you're dying. And they only know
And they were
German.
glad.
And they're like, "What's going on?" Wunt, 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 wunt.
I think I was asleep pretty quick. It was a beautiful, comfy train.
Oh, good.
But I did see the big dome there as well, and I went out for dinner.
You saw the big what?
The dome. It was, like the big cathedral. Am I making that up? I might be misremembering. Anyway,
I think I just imagine a giant condom.
and
The big dome. The big dome. I mean, that would be a tourist attraction in our country. We have big stuff.
Big condom.
Big dome. The big dome.
not dong, dome.
Dom. The big condom.
Oh,
Do you think I'm saying the big condong? I've been calling them condongs for years. Oh, love passes the condom.
oh, I love.
That's a weird insight into your life we did not want.
Oh, I can't believe it. I feel like an absolute fool.
Do you need anything up the shop, love? Yeah, pick up some more condongs.
Oh, do we want
Dong dong.
Should we get a 6 or a 12 pack?
6 will last us the year, I reckon.
12, what are you planning? That's outrageous. Look, I was wondering if Jess was going to break this episode, and I'm really glad she did.
What are you playing? That's how old is that? Sounds like is that an elderly couple?
Yeah, it's so old.
Better be safe.
What are you planning?
I did once lose a bet that I was sure for some reason that orangutan was orangutan. No, I don't. Now I'm not even sure which one's right. Is it
Tang or tan?
Yeah.
It's orangutan.
Tan.
So the G's and yeah. So I lost the
thought it
bet
was
saying it was
two
orangutan.
Were you like doubling down? Like, nah, I'm definitely.
Yeah,
right.
it cost me $5, but it was because I thought I'd read it, and I'm like, I thought I was surprised by it as a fact. I'm like, no, I know you don't think it. Neither did I. But yeah, it turns out that was
shit.
orangutan.
Orangutan.
Sounds delicious.
Anyway, we're back in Cologne, or as it was known back then, some fucked up Latin thing.
Yeah, what a wild long name. So anyway, so that she was getting all these sweet honest things were looking pretty good for her at the moment. She was top of the pops, right? Getting
She's
a lot
back
of
to
honors.
the top of the pops.
But probably the biggest thing to happen in 50 AD was Agrippina convinced Claudius to adopt her son Lucius as his own.
I was really happy she convinced him to adopt her, making her daughter and wife, and now sister to her stepchild, who is also her enemy. No, so it was her son, adopt him and make him your son.
Yes.
It's very complicated.
So even though he had a son already, Britannicus, who
Oh, yeah.
she convinced him to take on Lucius as his own and basically put him into next in line. He was sort of now the anointed one. They also changed his name to Nero, Claudius, Caesar, Drusus, Germanicus.
No, too many.
Right, they just picked like really famous Roman people and put them all into one to make him sound like the ultimate guy.
Well, you know the famous Nero?
This is the
is him,
famous
yes.
Nero.
So
Is that the guy from The Matrix?
Nero. Because it's an anagram of Ron.
I am Rome.
Dave looked at me then with a mixture of hate and like, are you fucking
Yeah.
stupid?
It was
No, I was
sort of
trying to be like,
was it-
in my head, I imagined Morpheus. At first, I was like, you've really fucked that, Jess. Oh, Neo. That's much closer. Right. Also, that chain of cafes that's on every corner in London.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere.
Matt's memory of London was still
Yeah.
horse and cart.
He
so
didn't go in. No, it was, your memory of London was the inside of an Irish pub.
It wasn't. I don't know why I was at an. I think I was only at an Irish pub that night because there was some big football matches on, and that was the only place that we could find showing it. I'm not just going from Irish. Normally, I would much prefer to go
to a
German pub in Germany.
Sure.
Well, I was about to. Well, the next night, I was in a classic a Bavarian pub, drinking Steins and big pretzels. Wasn't drinking the pretzels, but I was having. It was great fun time. Anyway, so this means now she's got him to preference her son over his own to be the next.
Good. I'd just be like saying Britannicus had said some fucked things. I'd be like, it was really odd. Britannicus was saying he wanted to murder you.
Yeah,
You kept saying
I
that.
had a chat to him about it. Like, I think you're safe
doesn't that
for
feel-
now.
Yeah, I talked him down.
But he crazy.
You'd be everything everyone said you'd question.
Yeah, but not your wife. Hey,
Yeah.
if you can't trust your wife, your third wife and niece,
Third
then
wife.
who can you trust?
When you've murdered the first two because you didn't trust them.
You're doing something wrong.
And her ex-husband's all mysteriously died.
Yeah, because they weren't wearing condoms. 12. What are you planning?
Might have just been being thrifty, Dave.
It's cheaper.
Character in Dave's act out.
No, that was Dave.
That was, yeah.
That was all Dave.
That was a scene from my life. A diary written from my perspective.
My diary, you
My
could say.
diary, yes. I want a kid.
Right. So you remember how they blocked the marriage between Silanus
Yeah.
and Claudius's daughter
Claudia.
Octavia.
Yeah.
And that was because Agrippina kind of would have preferred them to marry her son,
Yes.
Lucius, now Nero. Well, that's what happened.
Hooray!
Which is
Oh,
now,
okay, because her other partner killed himself.
which I think it didn't seem to be mentioned, but if I'm following, that means they're brother and sister, right? Like adopted brother and not blood, but they're somewhat blood related, but now that he was adopted by Claudius,
Yeah.
isn't that making him marrying his sister? But that wasn't mentioned, so maybe my brain got tangled up around this one. Anyway, so now they're going to be married, Octavia and Nero.
So confusing.
It is confusing. Remember on the Cleopatra episode, when you look up her family tree, it is basically a straight line.
Yeah, right.
They're all related to each other.
Well, because of
It
all
doesn't
these,
fan out.
because of all these marriages and stuff, this family tree, there's lines going everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to look at. Even the simplified one, Wikipedia's got a simplified family tree,
And it's still hard to follow.
and it's still it's hard enough because there's different lines going between different people. I mean, like at the moment we've got a married couple who's also niece and uncle.
Yeah.
So there's lots going on. So Octavia and Nero married on the 9th of June 53 AD. In the following year, Claudius started to regret his decision to favour Nero over his own son and started preparing Britannicus for the throne instead. Obviously, this did not sit well with Agrippina, and it is thought that on the 13th of October 54 AD, she poisoned the emperor. He definitely was poisoned, but it's thought was poisoned by Agrippina.
She loves a good poisoning.
Oh, gosh.
It's not definitive. Some believe that he may have just died of natural causes as well.
Natural poisoning.
But it seems like that might be a bit too convenient.
Okay.
Either way, he was 63 years old when he died, and that paved the way for Nero to become emperor when he was just 16 years old.
Right, so she killed him before he could change it back to make his own
Yes.
son the next in line. Yeah, okay, that is very convenient for her.
Yeah, so no, he just died of natural causes.
Yeah, on the way to post this letter at the post office that would make my son no longer the next in line.
It also caught in flames somehow. No. Yeah, weird.
So weird.
I agree, it's weird.
I'm mourning
Yeah,
big time.
because I miss him.
My husband?
Husband?
My uncle?
But
My
more than
uncle.
that, my uncle.
He's such a hunkle.
Or unkband.
Is hunkle a term
It is
already?
now.
Because that feels
Hot uncle.
It's a
Too
bit like a
good.
MILF, do you reckon?
Oh, hunkle.
cool.
I mean, it's still kind of gross, but hunkle.
It's fun to say.
Yeah. It's my favourite of all the
Thank you.
MILFs, GILFs,
Dilfs.
DILF. Hunkle.
Hunkle. Hunkle all day. Sort of get busy living or get no. Hunkling. I'm gonna hunkle down for the winter. That's when you're going to fuck your uncle for the winter.
What are you planning?
In the early days of Nero's reign, Agrippina was basically running the show, obviously because she was still quite young. She showed a lot of influence, but this didn't last too long. While he was younger, it was easier for Agrippina to influence the way her son ran the show.
She dressed him.
Yeah.
Wiped his bum.
He's like, Mum,
Fed him.
I'm the emperor and I'm 17 years
Here
old.
comes the aeroplane.
Thanks, Mum.
But it still sounds like he wasn't super keen to listen to her political advice. So she installed a few advisors who were loyal to her, or at least she thought they were, including philosopher Lucius. A lot of Luciuses.
Fucking hell. I'm
Lucius
so confused. with all these-
Annius Seneca. I'm going to call this guy Seneca. And Sextus
Oh, yeah.
Afranius Burrus.
Sextus.
Sextus Burrus.
Or I'll call him Sextus, who was commander of the Praetorian Guard. Dave, what's the Praetorian Guard?
I can't help you.
Doesn't matter. I feel like in my head they sound like dinosaurs, so I'm imagining an army of dinosaurs.
That was my T-Rex noise. It wasn't very good.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Baby T-Rex.
I do little arms too. You know, it's real fun.
That did sound like a baby T-Rex.
Yeah, baby T-Rex.
Thank you.
Emerging from an egg.
Now
That's
is
what
a
the
good
Praetorian
time.
Guard were. They were baby T-Rexes.
Now is a good time to tell you I have a role in the Jurassic World franchise.
What? That's a baby dinosaur emerging
Yep.
from an egg.
Yep, they were like, our CGI is really good now, but let's just paint Jess's face like a little dinosaur and let her come out of an egg for a bit.
CGI is so 2017.
And they
what
paid
we want
me-
now is women painted as dinosaurs.
Yeah, I got paid heaps for it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
perfect.
loaded now.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
glad to
thank
hear
you.
it.
Yeah, thanks.
We're happy for you.
Thank you so much. I don't need this podcast anymore. I'm too famous for it now.
You are.
Well, once that movie comes out, oh my God.
That's why it's so nice that you've stuck with us.
For now.
Close the door with your tail on the way out.
This will be my final episode.
What?
Yeah.
Now she tells us.
You're breaking hearts all over the world, man.
Oh, sorry. But my bank account is full.
They can't fit any more money in there. They couldn't add another zero. It wouldn't fit on my laptop screen.
All that sweet podcasting money would just take you over the top.
Yeah. I can't do it. Sorry. Bye everyone. I'm a dinosaur now.
What a cliche.
I just want to sell out.
We always knew it would happen.
It's a matter of time.
I'm a dinosaur now. I don't need you. We've been counting down till the day she said that. Here we are.
So she's installed these two
Baby dinosaurs.
Remind us of the name Sextus and
Sextus and Seneca.
Seneca. What was his description again?
He was a philosopher.
Philosopher. And the other one's the Praetorian Guard.
Yes, the dinosaur.
Baby dinosaur.
The idea was that this would help her maintain control over Nero via them. So she'd be able to,
Right, devil on the shoulder, angel on the other side.
yeah, and she just goes, I want you to give him this sort of advice. But it sounds like it didn't quite work that way. Seneca and Sextus,
Thank you.
started to encourage Nero to do things that Agrippina wouldn't approve of.
Start a fire.
We didn't start a fire.
Oh, so for a second, I didn't get that. He famously started a big fire. But now there's doubt. I believe I was reading there's doubt about that, but I didn't go into it because that feels like he's a whole other topic, right?
Yeah, sure.
I know
And
nothing about
the
him.
idea is that he played fiddle or something. Is that right? And
No, he was in the Matrix.
Oh. He was in the Matrix while Rome burnt.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I said that before.
You did.
You guys
Sorry.
don't listen.
Yes, and I thought of Morpheus. I'm sorry. Lawrence Fishburne. Damn it.
Fish burn.
Fish
While
burn.
Rome fish burned.
Hey, what temperature did a fish burn? 309 degrees Celsius.
I mean, yeah, anything would burn at that degrees, to be honest. Not anything, but food for sure.
Yeah.
What about a rock?
Maybe. Depends on what it is.
Igneous or metamorpheous.
That sounds like a thing that I should understand. Just by the way he looked at me with his eyebrows.
Making a pun on Morpheus.
Yeah, well, it's not really...
Metamorphic.
Okay.
That's very good.
Matt, just go on. Just
We're
go
we're very
on.
close to the end. We're into the last of the emperors.
Okay, so the two advisors are telling him to do some bad
Yes,
shit.
stuff like dating a woman who's of lower status. Yes.
Yuck. Ew.
It's a weird
Yeah.
thing for an advisor to say. isn't it?
Yucky. And she's probably a massive babe.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it, man.
No, she's a babe.
I would.
Bro, you're the emperor. You can have anyone.
Yo, give me a bro shake. Yo. Utah.
Yo, we're bros. 17-year-old emperor. Oh, he dating. I'm putting myself in timeout again.
According to modern historian Miriam Griffin, it's a quote, it was not the intention of Seneca and Sextus that Agrippina be removed from the scene. Their influence over Nero depended largely on the fact that they provided a refuge from her tactless and arrogant demands.
Ooh, brutal.
So like being his friends, really.
Yeah.
Shoulder to cry on.
That's right. They even though she was like, you're loyal to me, help me out. They were like, really, we're probably loyal to the emperor and the state, and we want things to be
Right. So they were being like, what a bitch. Like bagging out the
What a
moment a little bit.
bitch.
Their tactics did lead to Agrippina losing control of her son. There were rumors at the time that in a desperate attempt to maintain Nero's loyalty, she seduced him. And some said that did happen and they boned. But it sounds like this is not a view
Hang on.
held
Who
by
boned
modern.
who there?
Agrippina boned Nero.
Her son.
Yes.
To try and subdue him.
To try to go, use a feminine, whatever.
Don't look at me and do that weird little gesture you're doing.
Yes.
Feminine wiles. Is that what they say?
I guess.
Or is it wilds?
That's fuck.
But
That's fuck.
that's fuck. Yes, Jess. But apparently that was just a rumor at the time, and it's very baseless.
Okay.
I hope so. That's not a... I mean...
I've seen you being a bad boy.
Oh, Dave! No!
All right.
Who's your mummy?
You are.
Damn right.
Is that all?
Sextus, give us 5.
5. That's generous.
Yeah. So apparently that
Yuck. No.
that doesn't hold up.
Didn't happen.
What is agreed though is that Nero and Agrippina were becoming increasingly wary of each other. Around 56 AD, Nero kicked his mum out of the palace and started taking away her powers.
Get out of here, mum.
Get out of here. Agrippina started taking preemptive antidotes to common poisons. Such was her fear of the plot to kill her.
Antidotes?
Antidotes. What did I say?
Antidotes. You didn't say anecdote.
Yeah,
That would've
which
been
is the
great.
big fear.
Yeah.
I think that was...
And in doing so, you mispronounced both words at once.
Phew. I didn't want to sound like an idiot. But she was right to be wary because Nero was fearing his mother's influence and he knew what she was capable of because he lived it.
She's killed before.
So he knew. So he was like, if I'm on there wrong, I don't want to be on the other side of it. If I am, then I want her eliminated, basically. One of his advisors, Sextus, agreed to carry out Nero's plan only if there was evidence of Agrippina plotting against him. But there was no evidence found. So growing impatient, Nero went ahead with a different plan. And this is like a relatively famous one where he rigged a boat to sink with her on it.
Oh, shit. What?
Because they were talking initially, they're like poisoning or just stabbing, classic sort of just killing, but it would be like, this is too obvious. Let's fake an accident. it's a lot easier to go, oh, that's what a tragic thing to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing.
Wow.
Apparently, she was aware of the plan. I saw in some of the reports. But she boarded the boat anyway. The boat's lead ceiling collapsed as planned, but it failed to sink the vessel. And as such, the crew had to make sure that the boat went under. They had to, the guys on the boat had to make it go down.
They were bailing water into the boat.
But even this wasn't enough to finish off Agrippina, as she was able to escape the wreckage and swim ashore, where she was met by an adoring crowd.
Oh my God.
They just applauded her. And I bet she looked really good.
Yeah.
She's wearing like a
Picture of-
bikini.
Flicking the hair, yeah. It was like one of those famous Bond.
Yeah.
It was like Julian Craig or whatever coming out.
Ursula Andress.
Daniel Craig.
There we go.
And then the original one is Ursula Andress.
Wow.
Nero was now shit scared because he's like, fuck.
Oh, she knows now. She knows.
It's not we can't even, there's no pretense anymore. That was pretty clear that I was trying to kill her because it didn't work. The accident didn't work, so they had to it's like, why are you guys trying to sink this boat?
Why are you trying to hold me under?
Whoa.
So he organized to have her murdered by a member of the Navy, forgetting even the pretense of an accident.
I
now.
just fucking kill her.
Please.
And
Yes, nicely.
this time the plot was successful, and on March
sad.
the 23rd, 59 AD, Agrippina was killed in her sleep.
Always in the sleep.
Yeah.
Which is probably a good way to go, to be honest. I don't want to be aware of it.
Yeah, they say in her sleep, but I mean, how are they killing you? And I imagine you were asleep minutes before you died, but I imagine usually being murdered. Can you? I don't know, unless it's like a gas or something.
I doubt it.
Yeah, like if they start strangling you or something, you'd wake
You're
up.
awake up.
You're like, nah. Going back to Marge, turn off the TV. Nero went on to rule for a further 9 years. His reign ended with his own death on the 9th of June, 68 AD. Apparently, they were coming for him. The plan was for him to kill himself, and then he was like, some of his loyalists were around him, and he goes, You kill yourself first. Get us rolling. Like he was like didn't have the guts to do it. He's like, you go first, and then he still didn't have it, and then he ended up getting someone else to kill him for him.
So someone else killed themselves, and he's like, "Yeah, that
didn't look
that
good.
didn't look fun."
I don't enjoy that.
Roman. Oh, so and his death also signaled the end of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, which began at the start of this report, basically. So there's the 5 emperors of that dynasty, I think.
Wow.
Cool. That was the end of the dynasty.
That's insane. And, we all have sort of, quirks in the family, Ooh.
Yeah, like everyone's family is different. There's always these different dynamics when you talk to people like, we don't talk to that uncle anymore or blah, blah, blah. But this stuff is
That's next level.
100 levels up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Through her life, it's been alleged that she was responsible for 10 murders. Something like husbands and
She's like a
enemies
big,
and
like a crime boss.
yeah. She just it does. It feels a bit like that, like a
Very, 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 very early mafia.
yeah. I'm giving historian the Roman treatment there, the Latin treatment. Roman historian Tacitus described the post-Agrippina years of Nero's reign, saying that he plunged into the wildest improprieties, which vestiges of respect for his mother and had hitherto not indeed repressed, but at least impeded. So it's like the shackles were off. He was a wildcat while she was alive.
But then
when it was just like orgies and all sorts of wild, just no more rules. It was just like bloody going hell for leather.
Well, you know that somebody's going to kill you at some point. So I reckon if you make it to Emperor, just fucking live. Party it up. Do whatever you want.
But surely didn't none of them seem to have a crack at just being a good leader who looked after everyone's best interests?
Oh,
nah.
Matthew.
Yeah, that's so cute, Matt.
Come on, Matt.
Bit naive, you think?
Bit naive.
You don't have time for that. You've got to worry about yourself.
Good point.
You got 900 people that are going to knock you off around every corner. You can't even go to sleep.
That's true.
Or if you're going to go to sleep, have a snake next to your bed.
Yes, a fake snake.
Fake snake.
Otherwise, it could go really
Yeah, you
wrong.
can get a real snake. Oh no.
Ah.
All right, no, that little snake. Oh, great. Now I got a bloody
Oh, he's just trying
snake
to
bite
give
on
you-
my tongue, and my tongue has gone
Oh,
numb.
that gun man.
Well, luckily, I've been taking all this antidote.
Yeah, but the snake's just trying to give you a little kiss
Oh,
back.
get a little peck.
Just say night, night.
So I guess what Tacitus was suggesting there was that Agrippina was a great influence on Nero, held him back, and potentially even some of his great accomplishments were in some way owed a debt to her.
Right, before he just went off the rails.
Yeah, so she held him in check and made him somewhat of a competent ruler. Maybe. But I mean, with everything, there's just different opinions on the other side. There's people that love her and people that hate her and everywhere in between. I think she was just like a real not very nice person. And some people are like, yeah. This is the last paragraph here is from biography.yourdictionary.com. And that suggests that perhaps Nero's notorious misconduct was an effort to find distraction or respite from guilt from killing his mother. According to Roman historian Dio Cassius, Nero frequently saw his mother's ghost and rarely had a good night's sleep. So apparently he just lived with the guilt for the rest of his life.
Wow.
And that's why he became a party boy, just trying to numb the pain
Oh, as many of them do.
with sex, drugs, and alcohol. Anyway, that's my attempt at the story of this wild story. So there was
Huge, yeah.
and in any of those eras, you could just do like expand it out,
For sure. Yeah.
just get it in so deeply.
Oh, well done.
Obviously, we attach all the references. I'd love, there's a great, if you do like Roman history and you want to get into it properly, Dave and I'm pretty sure Dave has as well. We've both listened to this great podcast series. It's one of the most famous podcasts out there, probably Hardcore Histories.
Oh, Dan Carlin.
And it was called the one about the Roman Empire. Or it's called
Death Throes of the Republic. And you have to buy it now on his website. It's about $2 a piece, but each episode is about 4 hours. So it's basically paying $2 for an audiobook, and he is the most gripping solo storyteller I've ever heard.
Yeah, so good. You just get caught up in his enthusiasm for it.
And his many quotes.
Quotes, yeah, quote. And he quotes original sources, and he gives a lot of great analogies, I think, as well. He really brings you in.
Great.
But
So he talks about just before.
I was going to say,
this
yeah,
era.
this is now the Roman Empire, which followed on from the Republic. Which
yeah.
I mean, all of that is make my head explode. But I love it so much. I wish I could just have all the info injected into my brain.
That'd be amazing.
Download the internet.
Because I'm
everything.
such an idiot. I just don't retain anything.
You're not an idiot, Jess.
I'm a bit of an idiot.
I disagree.
I couldn't follow most of that today.
Yeah, but
I did enjoy the bit about condoms.
See, there's something for everyone. I'm even an idiot.
I feel like I didn't nail that, and I probably kept too many of the names in that were just distracting. I should have probably broken the stories down more, but I ended up sort of just giving like.
Hey, there's a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda here.
No, I feel like I honestly
And a lot of didn't.
the names there were a lot, but at the end I still feel I know what happened.
Yeah, I feel like I do too. So hopefully it translated somewhat over to you. But yeah, I think this is the first episode we've done about Roman times at all, potentially. Is that
We
right?
did Cleopatra.
Cleopatra, sorry, not Roman times, but yes, very good.
Another woman. Remember, he is the only one he can
No,
remember.
she was part of the end of the Republic.
Right.
So, but yeah, 100
And
years
that
before
was
this.
she. So when he wanted to go over to, when Caligula wanted to go to Alexandria, that would have been to hang out with pharaohs. These are questions that I.
No, by that time, Alexandria was sort of part of Rome
Right.
or the empire.
Yeah. So he kind of he was wanting to go to an outpost almost.
Yeah. So there would have been a lot of stuff there. Like then the Alexandria Library, that was the most famous library in the ancient world.
A lot of theatre,
Oh, big time.
strippers.
Yeah, he would have loved it. He
We
would
had
have
a great
Caligula loved it. Anyway, that wraps up the report. Thanks so much for listening, you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. And
Us.
Yash, we
Joining
appreciate
us.
we appreciate your listenership.
And that was suggested by Claire Jones. It
Thanks,
was in
Claire.
such a close Patreon vote. It was level. We had to go into overtime and got up by one. I'll probably put the runner-up in a future hat to get voted on again because obviously
Ooh,
people
a future
quite
hat.
liked it as well.
It'll be like a hover hat.
Hover hat.
Or a hat that has Wi-Fi.
Wow.
A Wi-Fi hat.
Or like a hat that's in microchip form and is injected under your skin.
Yeah, and then you just press a button on your skin and the hat forms. Gross.
Under your skin? So you
No, yuck.
it pops out.
Pops out. Obviously.
Obviously so. That was
Or
so
a
stupid.
hologram hat. It's not actually there, so you don't get hat hair, but you get the look of it.
Oh,
I'd
great.
love that.
With
Yeah.
none of the sun blocking benefits.
Nah. But the
It's fashion.
fashion. It's just a fashion
It's just
hat.
a fashion hat. I'm just wearing a fashion hat. I'm not here for... Please. I'm not wearing a Legionnaire's hat. It's a fashion hat.
Obviously.
Hey, Dave, would you lead us in this week's prayer to our Patreon supporters?
Yes. Thanks be to the Patreon. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of Patreon.
What I found something that didn't come up at all, but reading through it, like the year 33 AD came up at one point there. So that's the year Jesus was crucified? Is that right? We should do a Jesus episode.
Yeah, I suppose so, because they did say he was 33.
But I imagine that there would have been somewhere along the lines, there was probably some blip in the calendar that made everything just out or something. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Our Patreon supporters
Are a big part of why we continue to put out a show every single week for 134 weeks in a row now. So we appreciate your support. We actually cannot do without you. And anyone who listens every week and feels like that they want to give back to the show can hit up our Patreon. The link's in the description of this episode or patreon.com/dogoonpod. And in exchange for your support, you also get bonus stuff that no one else gets, including now 2, not 1, but 2 bonus episodes per month. And also other stuff, including a shout out at the end of the episode. So what do you think, Jess? It's episode 134, as I said. We've got to thank these people. What are we going to give them?
Well, I was thinking either giving them, she was like Agrippina the Younger.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to give them a the something.
That's good. I like that.
But I also thought that at the very beginning of the show, and then I thought, no, give the boys a chance to think of
No, I
something
think that's great.
amazing.
Okay.
No, I would have only gone with something like, let's give them a Latin name, but that's confusing.
It's so
We're
hard.
already confused. So I think the something is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it simple because I'm the idiot.
And Dave, if you feel inspired by Latin for any of these, please feel free to throw that in as well.
Oh, okay. I definitely will. Who should we? Should I lead it off?
Yeah, go for it.
I would like to thank all the way from Skeena Hill in London.
Hello,
Skeena.
I'm now in London.
Skeena Hill.
Well, Sun Hill was where the bill was set. It was always Sun Hill Police Station.
All right, Gav.
Oh, God.
It's me, Adele. No one knows me last name.
Sorry, Mum.
It's Atkins.
No, it's not.
You're nicked.
Yeah. I loved it when they said you're nicked. And that always looked like, oh, fuck. Being nicked. Anyway, from Skeena Hill or Sun Hill in London, I'd like to thank Tom Beasley.
Tom Beasley, the nicker.
Oh, good. The nicker.
Not the Nickers.
No, the nicker. You're nicked. All right, Tom, you're nicked.
Is that Jack the Ripper back to haunt us?
Oh, God.
Good on you, Tom. Appreciate your
great.
support.
Matt, that was like, you just went with your gut. That was great.
The Nicker.
Good for
I love
you.
it. Okay.
You can't tell if I'm being serious.
Well, either way, I'm offended.
I meant to.
You're
Good
either giving
stuff.
me shit or you've given me a compliment for talking a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. Great talking. Who else you got, Dave? You talked a lot today, mate. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dave.
Now, I would like to thank someone who's been supporting and following the show for a long time, been tweeting us off and on for the last couple of years, and I'm embarrassed to say I'm going to mispronounce her name.
Okay.
But
You're going to give it a go, though.
But I'm going to give it a go, and I really appreciate the support because, like I say, she's been following us for a long time. Gemma Akimpong.
I think you probably did pretty well there.
Gemma Akimpong, who's currently studying in the USA, but she is a track and field runner originally from Ghana and has represented Ghana at the Olympics.
And the recent Commonwealth Games in Australia.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, she's on the Gold Coast in the relay.
Oh, how cool.
That's awesome. I
Gemma,
kind of want to say Gemma the Olympian.
Yes, that is so, so cool. Because I don't think I've ever known an Olympian before. And then when you first started following us and tweeting us, it just blew my mind that an Olympian was listening.
Yeah,
It was
still
really,
blows
really
my mind, to be honest.
It's really, really cool, Gemma. So we wish you all the best with all your studies and also your running because that is so, so cool.
May I have a go?
Yes.
I would like to
Wait,
thank...
what do you give?
Oh, I said the Olympian.
Oh, the Olympian.
The Olympian, which
That's
is cool.
very good. I mean,
I wonder if she's got the Olympic tattoo because I know a lot of Aussie. It's like a tradition for especially the swimmers to get the rings tattooed.
Yeah, Aussies do seem to do that, but others do as well, don't they?
I was wondering. I don't know. Maybe Gemma, let us know. Have you got the Olympic tattoo? I feel like you could.
There can't be something just we do, right?
Well, Hamish Blake, the radio announcer and comedian, also got it done.
Melissa Wu has it
That's
on her
very
leg,
funny.
but in hearts. It's a bit cute. Anyway.
Hearts, but like Olympic coloured. And
Olympic colours and Olympic rings are all joined, but their
wow.
circles are hearts.
well, the Olympic, the IOC would freak out about that because
Like, that's not it.
they like own every. Even me mentioning the word Olympics, they're probably going to sue us.
Yeah. Wow, we are fucked. Yeah, can I have a go? Or do you want to go
Please,
next,
no,
Matt?
please.
Okay, he
Matt's
didn't
gonna bring us
answer, so
home.
I'm going to do it. All right, I would like to thank from Woodville, WA, Washington? WA?
Yeah.
Woodville, Washington. Erin Sterling. That's a good name.
Aaron Sterling is very good.
Is it Woodville or Woodenville?
Woodenville.
Woodenville. Which
I
is
told you I'm the idiot. I don't know what you're expecting of me. It's amazing I'm literate at all. Erin Sterling's a great name.
Aaron Sterling the liar. I went Wood, Pinocchio.
Oh, okay.
Pinocchio lies.
Oh, I love seeing the journey.
Aaron Sterling. I mean, it's not very complimentary, Aaron. I'm sorry.
The liar.
But if you're
the
a good,
deceiver.
okay, that's good. If you're a good deceiver back in these Roman times,
You'd live.
you needed that.
Erin's...
We're making it a positive, Matt.
See, I know. Are you open to a second?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
go for
save it. Make it
come
positive.
on.
Make it positive.
Aaron Sterling the Pounder. Pound Sterling.
I know someone whose
that's
nickname is Pounder, but for a different reason.
They're a baker?
Yeah,
Was it
sure.
a girl or boy?
Girl.
The Pounder.
Yeah.
The Pounder's a great.
No, just
it feels-
Pounder.
That's a real, that sounds like a crack and like a real tough nickname. Great,
Pounder.
like
Not the Pounder.
for a volleyball or
Pounder.
something.
Pounder.
She like a
Pounder.
lot of McDonald's, is that it?
Sure.
She's volleyballer or something like that?
Yep.
Wow, all these things are coming
Boxer.
through.
Yeah, she's a boxer. So thank you, Erin.
She's so many things.
She's a complicated person, and I would also like to thank from Essex in Great Britain, Jordan Elmer.
Elmer.
Fud.
The fudder.
Hello, mudder. Hello, fudder.
What about
What about Jordan the Elmer?
I like it.
or Jordan Elmer the Granada?
Yes.
Here I am at
Camp Granada.
Marge is Lisa at Camp Granada.
So what are we going with there? Do you want to
Right
say
up.
the Granada? I like it.
Sure.
I like it. What does it mean?
Well,
What does that mean to you?
well, Granada is in the south of Spain.
So he's
City.
the place, the Granada.
Yeah, good.
Oh no! What about the Alhambra, which is a very like a famous Arabic castle in Granada? That's pretty good. Jordan Elmer, the Alhambra.
Love it.
Can I?
Yes, let's bring us home, Matt.
Please.
I'd love to thank.
Because you've been nailing the names all night, so let's go with it.
From Kingston in Tasmania, a place I've visited many times, Mr. Robert Riddell.
Oh, the Riddler is back,
Oh,
which is what we've called him before. I think we've got to give him a new nickname.
okay.
We appreciate
The
the support.
robber.
Riddell has been a big supporter of us for a long time.
No, I go something different. From
The Relaxer, R&R.
Oh, yes. Now you get
Robert the Relaxer. Yes. Oh, I'd love that.
Does he relax or does he relax you?
Both.
He's always on you, like doing that classic neck massage.
Listen,
Yeah.
Hey, you're getting real deep.
He does a few little
Yeah.
nothing
bumps.
makes me more uncomfortable than that.
Ooh.
No, but he knows that,
Bill,
so he
there's
wouldn't-
some real tight knots
He wouldn't
in
do
there.
that to you. He wouldn't do that to you. He'd read
Yeah.
you a book.
Yeah, thank you.
He's just like a
relaxer.
really chill dude. He's relaxed, but he also calms everybody else down. He's great in a crisis, you know? The relaxer. Love it. Yes. Yes.
Yes. And finally, this week, from Texas in the United States of America, I'd love to thank power couple Stephanie and Evan Keller.
The Helens.
Helen
No, that's dumb.
Kellers.
Yeah.
The Helens.
No.
The
But
Hel-
what about you? Got to call
The
them a
Devils?
couple name.
The Devlers. I like the the idea that they are the
Okay. Matt, are you okay?
Sorry, I just came to. Is everything what's been going on?
we done?
What have you guys been up to?
Oh, dear.
This is yours, Bob, I think. What do you
Why
got?
me? I just came up with
All
one
right,
and you both blanked
okay.
me.
Oh,
The Miracle Workers,
Why?
which is the Helen Keller play. It's
yes.
called The Miracle Worker.
the Miracle Workers.
Together.
Because they are a miracle.
Oh, they are.
They're a dream.
I think we
They're hashtag couples goals.
I think we slipped from the original. I like that. I like how we morphed on the way through and it became something more. So much more.
So much more.
Sorry, I just came to.
Oh, I also came.
What do you got in mind?
That
Our key phrase
so
from today's
stupid.
episode is, what do you have in mind?
was a 12-pack. What are you planning?
What are you planning? Oh, fuck it. What are you planning?
Well, that is
They
it.
expire in 3 years. Are you joking?
Oh my God. We're not going to do it once every 3 months. It's fucking insane.
Nice
My
quick-
dick will fall off.
I'm not an animal. All right, that is it for another week. Thank you to everyone that supports us at Patreon. You can always drop us a line at any time, suggest a topic. There's a link in the description of this episode. And if you follow it, takes you to a little form. You fill out your details. You give us, you tell us an idea for a topic, and also you get to pitch it to us. Tell us why we should do it. Did this one jump out at you because it was a sweet pitch?
It had a really good pitch. If you give us a, you are very.
Oh, well, while Matt does that, I'll tell you, you can also email us, dogoonpod@gmail.com or at dogoonpod or on all social medias. We always post extra stuff. We've also got a YouTube channel that gets a lot of hate from people that don't know us.
And we don't care.
So if you want to go on there and give us some love on YouTube, that's always nice.
This is what Claire Jones under the what do you think would why do you think this would be an interesting topic? This is
Yep.
what Claire Jones wrote. She was a baller. Such a cool life story. Her son tried to kill her 3 times because he wanted her power, but she wouldn't die.
I mean,
So
she
that's not
did.
quite right.
She did.
But a great pitch.
Real good pitch.
Good
It's a good
stuff.
elevator pitch. Work on your elevator pitch, then submit it to us. Then we'll do your topic.
I was in with baller.
Now,
What are you planning?
Every suggestion's going to start with now, they're a bowler. Oh, that'll be fun. All right, so thanks again for listening, guys. We'll be back next week with another new ep. But until then, I'll say thank you and goodbye.
Later.
Oh, we have fun.
This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbroadcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates. I mean, if you want. It's up to you.